Want to know how to make the most of the month's energy and avoid the pitfalls? Welcome to the Cosmic Download with astrologer Simone Butler and intuitive Anna Francesca Celestino.
Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Simone.
Welcome to the Cosmic Download for February 2017. And boy, we're off to a rockin' start here this year.
Oh, my God. I've been calling it the Wild, Wild West.
That's about it, really. And last month I was talking about how January was going to be like a magic act filled with a lot of illusions and sleight of hand. And, man, there were so many executive orders coming out of Washington. It was like, holy cow, I don't know what to look at first. I was like, okay, look over here. No, it's over here. There's like a lot of stuff going on.
Boy, I'll say.
And we've been talking about, how this is a time that we're redefining what we stand for. And, boy, again, we got a huge opportunity to do that already right out of the gate in 2017. Looking at February, one of the things that I'm seeing is this month, for whatever reason, it looks to me like it's going to start off with a bang. There's going to be more surprises right from the start of the month. But what I'm seeing is around the 7th, we're going to start to feel like maybe a storm is over. A storm is coming to an end. So I'm not sure what exactly that's connected to, but it does feel like things are going to calm down just a bit. Things may start to settle into, more normalcy. But the catch with that is that I think we're going to take a look and go, wait a minute, you know what? If that's normal, I don't think we want to stick with normal anymore. So I think we're going to be questioning a lot of the status quo this month. And we want to remember that we're in a 1 year numerologically. So it's the first year of a 9-year cycle. In this year, in 2017, it's about looking at what's passing away and how things can be different going forward.
Well, I would have to agree with that. The phrase that keeps coming to me is reinventing ourselves, because not only are we on a personal level reinventing who we are going forward, but on a global level and a societal level. I attribute that to the preponderance of energies this month from Uranus or to Uranus. Jupiter is opposed Uranus, basically magnifying the Uranian vibration of change and that almost lawless quality that we have going on where anything goes.
Simone, if I can jump in, I really felt like this month we're going to start to see a shift around power and who's holding it, who's got it. And I think people are going to just start kind of breaking the rules, both from the grassroots levels and from the government. So just a whole lawless thing, and where the power is and how the power is getting through is going to be very interesting.
Right, and we need to remember that because Jupiter is the planet that rules the law, and it's going retrograde earlier this month for 4 months, there may be a period of about 4 months where it seems as if lawlessness is gaining the upper hand. And what we have to remember is that this is the toppling of a very old regime, not just a brand new regime, but one that's actually been in play for a very long time. And I'm talking not just about what's going on in the U.S., but the status quo in our own lives and what we've been taught and the things that we grew up with. I mean, just so much is open to reinterpretation right now. And do recall that these old ways will not go down without a fight. And I do think that this month we're going to see a really strong fighting energy, especially the last week of the month. There is so much going on. Mars in Aries, which is the warrior, jumps in to conjunct Uranus at the same time as Jupiter opposes Uranus. There's a solar eclipse happening. I mean, it's just like anything could happen in this last week of the month. And so it's not about being calm necessarily. It's about going with this energy of change and finding your center within the change.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there about these structures going. I got that for us personally as well. The structures that we've made our choices based on in the past, those are all falling away. So anytime that we're making new choices for ourselves about money, about work, about home, how we live, I think we have to factor in the fact that those structures are crumbling And we need to look at new possibilities of how we're going to live, the choices that we make around work and family, extended family. We need to consider the fact that the structures that we've been basing our choices on are not going to be the same anymore. And we have to keep asking ourselves, what do I need to do now? And what do I need to do now? And just stay in the moment. And you mentioned the eclipses that are coming up, and we always talk about the eclipses as being sort of a gateway. So when the first one comes in, which in this case it's February 11th, we start with the lunar eclipse. And when that happens, it's like a gateway opens and we go into the chute. And I picture it like we've got all our stuff, we've just got bags and bags of stuff, all our stuff that we've been carrying along for so long, and we're just like trying to squeeze into that chute with all our stuff. And that door closes behind us. And when we come out the other side of the chute, it's like we have to have eliminated almost everything that we've been carrying along, whether it's emotional baggage, old ways that we're living. It's got to go. We've got to come out light and breezy and like you're going backpacking where you're just taking with you what you can carry on your back. That's it. Travel light.
I love that, Anna, because the second eclipse, the solar eclipse on the 26th, is in Pisces. And it's conjunct Neptune. And that's all about lightening up, letting go, releasing. It's a very watery, sensitive sign, Pisces, and it's about going purely on intuition. But it's also about forgiveness and release and allowing yourself to move forward. But also be aware that this same or very similar set of eclipses will be happening in August. And that is bound to be the time, the period from early June when Jupiter goes direct until August, especially the total solar eclipse of August 21st. That's the time that we will see true results from whatever changes are beginning this month.
Oh, that's really great information to have. So we see it in a bigger cycle than just right this minute. I really appreciate that. It is a process. So, we're not going to change everything overnight. Anything else?
Well, Venus this month is entering into the sign of Aries. And normally Venus only stays for about 3 weeks in a particular sign. But because Venus will go retrograde in early March, that means Venus stays in Aries all the way through early June. And as it's retrograding all through March and April, but throughout the duration of this retrograde in Aries, we are being asked, especially women, because Venus rules women, to reach really deep in and find the warrior within us. I don't mean pulling out your guns or anything. I just mean the deep warrior energy, that Amazon warrior energy of our foremothers, and bringing that forth. It may require going really, really deep in that retrograde. In fact, next month I'm going to be offering a special for people to find out where Venus is retrograding in their chart and what that means. But just in general, it's women going deep, rising up, recommitting to the spiritual warrior principles that we need going forward.
Boy, I am right with you on that. It's funny because this part we didn't really talk about together before this, but what I'm seeing is that we've stepped into a time of chaos. We're off the path. We're into uncharted territory now, and I really think that the people who are going to be able to guide us into a new and more sustainable life are going to be the people who can really listen to their inner voices, get out of their comfort zones, be that warrior that you're talking about, and really stand up for what means something to them. And again, it doesn't have to be a huge rebellious thing, but even if it's something that means something to you, a way of expressing art for yourself or being of service, whatever that is, I think the world is crying out for leadership, and I think people who can lead from their intuition, from their inner guidance, they're going to be the trailblazers for us. So one of the things that I'm offering this month is a 5-day stand-up challenge. For 5 days, we're going to help you look at what is it that's important to you, what is it that you want to stand up for in yourself, what's been stopping you from really being able to do that, and then how you're going to move through it. The exercises are really short, don't take maybe more more than 10 minutes a day. We need leaders. We need people who can really get focused now and power through to what's important to them, and ultimately that will be important in one way or another in the world.
Well, amen to that.
Yeah. All righty. Well, that's going to do it for us for February, and we will see you back here in March. Have a powerful, exciting, amazing month. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe now to be in the know and stay in the flow.